everyone, this is Charlotte Korchak from Stand With Us, and this is Ask Charlotte Question of the Week with JTV. This week's question comes to us from Tina in Brazil, and the question is, should the US rejoin the Iran deal? Now, the short answer is, I don't know. I don't know what the Iran deal looks like. In fact, most people don't know what the Iran deal looks like. There's a small group of people, including, by the way, Russians Putin, who knows what the deal looks like, and some of the higher-ups in the US government. But what we know about the Iran deal is a bit concerning because it looks like it's going to look similar to the last Iran deal. So what do we know that could happen potentially, but we really don't know? So first of all, there's a few things we need to be worried about. One is that Iran could have now access to billions of dollars that would potentially be released because of the release of sanctions. And that money could go to fund terrorism in the Middle East, continue to cause a lot of problems in the Middle East and really destabilize the region as it's been doing, and could also give that money to Russia. So we could have a lot of money flowing into Russia as well, which could go on to support their war in Ukraine. Now, the second thing is that Iran can continue to develop ballistic missiles that could be the delivery system in the future for a possible nuclear weapon. And that's something that is concerning. What we also know is that depending on what the deal looks like, Iran could potentially develop more enriched uranium and the technology that they need to develop a nuclear warhead. Now we're not sure because it's going to also depend on inspections. How much will they be able to inspect Iranian facilities? Will Iran be able to develop things underground? And so there's a lot that we have to ask when it comes to the Iran deal right now. What we do know is that Israel is not the only country in the Middle East who's calling for more oversight. You have other Arab countries that are really, really concerned as well. The UAE, Bahrain, the Saudis, Egypt, who are concerned with the growing Iranian threat and the potential for what this Iran deal might mean, not just for Israel, but for them as well. And this potential for the more destabilization of the Middle East and the region. So again, I can't say whether they should or they shouldn't re-sign a deal. What we hope is that if they do sign a deal, it'll be a good deal. Now, my last comment, from what I think, a good deal, meaning a deal that Israel and the Arab countries would be for, Iran probably wouldn't be for. So we're not sure what it's going to look like. We hope that if it is signed, it's a good deal. It's a deal that will stop Iran from being able to get nuclear weapons. Unfortunately, what we've seen in the past is that that's probably not going to be the case. But let's wait and see. The last thing we need to do, if you're an American, we really need to make sure, and if you're in any country, we need to make sure that if countries are going to sign on to this, that their Congresses, their legislators know what this deal looks like. And so Stand With Us has an action alert out right now about signing up, really urging our congressmen to read that deal before it is signed by the Americans. And so again, we need to be monitoring this very closely, and let's hope that if a deal is signed, it's a good one. Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to your question next week. Have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone.